On October 7, 2002, a nurse dropped off Iran Brown, 13, in front of Benjamin Tasker Middle School in Bowie, Maryland. A long-range rifle bullet rips through his abdomen less than a second later, leaving him bleeding on the ground. Anyone's first thought would be, why? As his aunt nurse hurries against time to the emergency hospital while hoping her nephew survives. Why would someone use that much force to attack a child? However, Iran Brown's aunt was wiser. This madness lacked any sense. Her nephew was just another unlucky yet random victim of a planned murder spree that was destroying the Washington Metropolitan Area. Her adorable nephew wouldn't be the last, contrary to what the cops had every right to dread. On October 2, 2002, a sniper's bullet fatally wounded a 55-year-old man in a parking lot in Wheaton, Maryland. By 10 o'clock the following morning, 4 additional people had been similarly slain within a few kilometers of one another. In the Beltway sniper assaults narrative, John Allen Muhammad and his adolescent accomplice carried out the horrific string of killings that left 17 people dead. In a bit of an investigative tease on October 17, a caller claiming to be the sniper claimed that he was responsible for the murder of 2 women during the robbery of a liquor store in Montgomery, Alabama, a month earlier. That started a series of events that resulted in the capture of 2 snipers. The investigation proceeded as follows. Investigators confirmed the call's description of a crime that had actually occurred and found that ballistic and fingerprint evidence was available in the case. After gathering this proof, an agent from our mobile office took off for Washington, D.C., where he arrived on Monday evening, October 21. The officers took the fingerprint evidence to the FBI laboratory, while ATF handled the ballistic evidence. The events surrounding the D.C. sniper case couldn't be more appropriate from a sinister standpoint in the year 2002. In the same year that some unidentified snipers began randomly shooting people on the streets of Washington, D.C., Americans were still reeling from the shock of both 9/11 and the anthrax assaults. In the Beltway sniper assaults' narrative, the horrific string of killings that left 17 people dead were carried out by John Allen Muhammad and his adolescent accomplice, Lee Malvo. The following morning, a match was found in our fingerprint database. Lee Boyd Malvo's fingerprints from a prior arrest in Washington state were found on a magazine left at the crime scene. The officers have a suspect now. Another significant indication was the mention of John Allen Muhammad in the arrest record. A tip on the case was called into our Tacoma office, and one of our agents there recognized the name. Another suspect. Their work with ATF officers revealed that Muhammad was in breach of the law because he was in possession of a Bushmaster .223 rifle while having a restraining order against his ex-wife. The officers were able to accuse him of breaking federal gun laws because of that. Malvo had an obvious connection, and the FBI and ATF worked together to secure a federal material witness warrant for him. The officers now had the court documents in their hands. On October 22nd, however, they conducted a search of their criminal records database. They discovered that Muhammad had registered a blue Chevy Caprice with the New Jersey license plate NDA21Z. The news media received that description, which was then disseminated widely. The search for the snipers was swiftly put to an end on October 24, when John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo were peacefully taken into custody by a group of Maryland State Police. The attacks came to an end at that point. The officers put in a lot more time gathering the proof and getting it ready for trial, work that eventually paid off. In other court trials in Maryland and Virginia, Malvo and Muhammad were found guilty after a jury trial or entered guilty pleas. Both were given a life without parole sentence. Muhammad was sentenced to death in Virginia as well, and he was put to death on November 10, 2009. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this one. Thanks for watching.